There was a time when a trip to the department store wasn't just shopping, it was an event. You'd pile into the family car, maybe grab lunch at the store cafe, and spend hours wandering the aisles. Whether you needed a new Sunday dress, a toaster, or just a peek at the Christmas display, these stores had it all. They weren't just buildings, they were memories, stitched into the fabric of American life. Today on American Remand, we're flipping through that old photo album to remember 20 department stores every American family used to shop at. Number 1. Sears, the giant that built America at its peak. Sears was more than a store, it was the store with a catalog that reached every corner of rural America. You could order anything from baby clothes to an entire house. Walking into a Sears was like stepping into a one-stop world of tools, toys, and tough decisions. It was the place to get your first pair of levies, or that Kenmore washer Dad swore by. But as online shopping rose and malls emptied out, Sears slowly lost its grip on American hearts and wallets. Number 2, JCPenney, your family's go-to for everything. JCPenney was where you went for back-to-school clothes, Easter dresses, or even just a cozy flannel for Dad. It had that middle-of-the-road charm, affordable but respectable. Their big red catalog was a staple in every home, dog-eared by kids and moms alike. For decades, Penny stood strong in malls across the country, but changing fashion tastes and digital competition eventually made it harder for this American staple to keep up. Number 3, Montgomery Ward, the original mail-order king before Sears. Montgomery Ward was America's first major mail-order business, founded way back in 1872. It brought city goods to farmhouses and small towns. When they opened their department stores, they brought that same dependable variety to main streets everywhere. Folks loved the personal touch and wide selection. Sadly, with rising costs and competition, Ward's closed its last stores in 2001, ending a 129-year legacy. Number 4. Woolworth's, the for Van Dyne dream, with its shiny lunch counters and creaky wood floors. Woolworth's felt like the beating heart of every downtown. You could pick up school supplies, grab a malted milk, and still have change left over. For kids, it was a wonderland of candy and comic books. Woolworth's was where memories were made, from first dates to new crayons. But by the late 90s, big box stores and shifting habits brought its story to a quiet close. Number 5. Kmart blue light specials and big crowds. When the blue lights started flashing, you knew something exciting was about to happen. Kmart burst onto the scene in the 1960s with low prices and wide aisle. It became the weekend stop for everything: tools, towels, and toys. And let's not forget the icy machine near the front door. But over time, mismanagement and fierce retail competition dimmed that blue light for good. Number 6. Ames, small town savings. Big-time hot Ames might not ring a bell for everyone, but in many small towns, it was the place to shop. It offered affordable clothes and housewares, often in towns that didn't have a mall. Ames was humble but dependable. For rural communities, it filled a gap few others could. Sadly, a string of bankruptcies and retail shifts ended its run in the early 2000s. Number 7. Zayre. Where discounts met discovery, Zayre had a charm that felt both scrappy and familiar. You never quite knew what you'd find one day: towels, the next trendy jackets. Their motto was compare and save, and that spirit defined the hunt. Zayre stores slowly transformed into what we now know as TJ Maxx. So while the name is gone, a little bit of Zayre still lives on. Number 8. Ben Franklin, America's neighborhood for Van Dyne. With creaky floors and bins of Ben Franklin stores felt more like a neighbor's attic than a store. You'd stop in for buttons, yarn, or penny candy and always leave with more than you planned. In small towns, it was the place to find that perfect birthday card or school project glue. But as dollar stores and chain retailers took over, Ben Franklin stores quietly faded away. Number 9. Hills, where the toy aisle was. Magic Hills, was famous for two things: low prices and the toy section. Kids would sprint there while parents browsed clothing or appliances. And let's not forget the snack bar. Popcorn and slushies made the trip even sweeter. Hills had that Midwest charm, rooted in community. But by the late 90s, it merged into Ames, and both brands vanished soon after. Number 10. Gold Circle. The hidden gem of the Rust Belt, Gold Circle was mostly found in the Midwest and Northeast. And folks who remember it still get known for its neat layout and reasonable prices. It had a loyal following. Shoppers loved the housewares and seasonal deals, especially around the holidays. It felt like a secret that only locals knew. Sadly, after merging with Hills in the late 80s, Gold Circle's golden days ended. Number 11. Riches. Southern hospitality in a shopping bag if you lived in Georgia or the Deep South. Riches was a household name. Their Christmas parades and legendary customer service made every visit feel special. The store was known for dressing families with elegance and care. Walking through Riches during the holidays was like stepping into a storybook. It eventually became part of Macy's, but the original magic, that stayed with Riches. Number 12. E.J. Corvette. The discount trailblazer. Despite the odd name, E.J. Corvette was a pioneer in discount retail in mixed department store class with bargain prices. Long before it was trendy, their appliance section was legendary, and people swore by their record deals. Corvettes had an edge, but competition from newer chains hit hard. By the mid-1980s, the lights went out for good. Number 13. Grant's. The old-school favorite W.T. Grant was one of America's oldest chains, dating back to 1906. It had a no-frills charm and served working families with dignity. Grant's was where you bought socks, school clothes, and birthday gifts all in one go. It didn't need flash, just fairness and familiarity. But mountain debt and retail shifts ended its long run by 1976. Number 14. Pomeroy's. The heart of the small city mall. Pomeroy's had that small city, big-hearted vibe, based mostly in Pennsylvania. It was beloved for its fancy window displays and special sales. Families would make a day of it, lunch downtown, shopping at Pomeroy's, maybe a movie after. It was personal, not corporate, sadly. Like many regional stores, it was absorbed into larger chains in the 80s. Number 15. Detroit's pride. Hudson's in Detroit wasn't just a store, it was a skyscraper of dreams. Their downtown flagship was once the second largest department store in the world. People would travel miles just to see the window displays or ride the elevators. It was a symbol of a thriving city. Though eventually merged into Macy's, Detroit still holds Hudson's close to its heart. Number 16. Hex's East Coast. Elegance. Hex had a polished vibe that appealed to city shoppers in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. It balanced affordability with class, making it a favorite for generations. Their sales were events in themselves, marked on calendars and anticipated all week. But like so many, Hex became a Macy's, and the name disappeared. Still, for many, it was their first taste of city shopping. Number 17. Bon-Ton, the backbone of small city shopping with roots in Pennsylvania. Bon-Ton catered to towns that bigger chains often skipped. It sold shoes, dresses, linens, and a sense of connection. Their stores often anchored local malls and hosted big seasonal events. Bon-Ton was dependable, even if not flashy. But as mall traffic slowed and e-commerce grew, Bon-Ton closed its final doors in 2018. The quiet legend of the Midwest, not as big as others. Weissheimer's had that local department store charm. It was the kind of place where the clerks knew your name, and layaway plans were common. For many, it was a second home. Though it never reached national fame, it lived large in the hearts of Midwestern families. Most locations quietly closed in the late 80s. Number 19. Mervyn's California. Cool at a bargain. Mervyn's blended West Coast casual with affordability, making it perfect for young families. Their ads were catchy, and their back-to-school sales legendary. It had just the right amount of trend, breaking the bank. But after a few corporate shakeups, the store began to stumble. By 2009, The Mervyn's chapter officially closed. Number 20. Service merchandise catalog shopping with a twist. Part store, part warehouse. Service merchandise was a unique experience. You'd browse a catalog, fill out a form, and watch your purchase arrive on a conveyor belt. It felt high-tech at the time, like some from the future. Shoppers loved the jewelry counter and affordable electronics. But as instant gratification grew, the model became outdated, and the chain shut down in 2002. It's funny how these old stores still live in our memories more than just shelves and cash registers. They were part of our family routines, a place where we found new shoes, Christmas magic, or just a little piece of comfort. Which one do you remember best? Let us know in the comments. And Dan T, forget to like and subscribe. So you Dan team is more trips down memory lane right here on American Remind. Until next time, thanks for remembering with us.